Anti-clockwise rotation direction of angular velocity is positive. The body moves 10 meter along the straight line under that force 5 meter. What is the angle between force and displacement? 10 meter along the straight line under 5. What is the angle between the force and displacement? Straight line, that the body moves 180 degree, 60 degree, 10 meter along the straight line under the force. What is the angle between the force and displacement? 60 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree. C14 decay with the half life of 20. So in the sample of bone, the ratio of is found to be 1 over 4 of what in free air. This bone may belong to period about X centuries ago, where X is nearest to. Where is X? Where X is nearest to. In a sample of bone, the ratio of what is in free air. The bone may belong to period about X centuries ago. 2 cross 58. 2 cross 58. Three objects are brought close to one another, two at a time. When object A and B are brought together, they attract. When they attract, when object B and C are brought together, they repel. What is the following necessary true? Two objects are brought close to another, two at a time. When object A and B are brought together, they attract. When object B and C repel. B is negative, A and C are positive. A and C is negative, A and C are positive. Additional experiment must be performed to determine information about the charge on the object. An object is displaced from position vector r1 to इतने under of force ने find the work done. r1 r2 minus r1 2 into 3 2 into 3x plus 2i 2y Newton 2i 3 4 1 1 1 1 1 j 1 2 j 2 2. And the work done by the force 2 r2 r2. Internal resistance of a battery is dash ohm if E is equal to 10 volt, Vt is equal to 9 volt, I is equal to 1 ampere. Internal resistance ohm if E is equal to 10, Vt 9, I R R is equal to minus 1 आ जाओ. One of the major reasons for heat loss in transformer, hysteresis loss, eddy current. Eddy current loss. A galvanometer acting as a voltmeter will have a coil with a galvanometer acting as a voltmeter will have a coil with a high resistance in series. A high resistance in series. A high resistance in series. A stationary wave is formed in a pipe which is open at one end. A stationary wave is formed in a pipe which is open at one end. If length of the pipe is 5 cm, then what is the maximum possible wavelength of the wave? A stationary wave is formed in a pipe which is open at one end. If length of the pipe is 5 cm, then what is the maximum possible wavelength of the wave? A stationary wave is formed in a pipe which is open at one end. If length of the pipe is 5 cm, then what is the maximum possible wavelength of the wave? A stationary wave is formed in a pipe which is open at one end. If the length of the pipe is 5 cm, then what is the maximum possible wavelength of the wave? If a stationary wave is found in a pipe which is open at one end, length of the pipe is 5 cm, make popular length 5 and 20 cm. A reversible Carnot engine converts 1/6 of the heat into work. When the temperature of the sink is reduced to % degree, the efficiency is doubled. Then the temperature of the source and sink is the fast moving electron stopped by a heavy metallic target. The fast moving electrons stopped by a heavy metallic target in an evacuated glass tube give rise to the production of X-ray. The fast moving electrons stopped by a heavy metallic target glass tube give rise to the production of X-rays. Radon 222 has 16036 neutrons. Radon 220 radon 220 136. How many neutrons are there in radon 220 136? 136. Addition of second electron to a uninegative ion always an endothermic process. Addition of second electron uninegative. Endothermic specific rate constant changes its value with change in temperature. Specific rate constant changes its value. Change in temperature. Specific rate constant changes its value with change in temperature. Specific rate constant changes its value with change in temperature. The alcohol having one hydroxyl group attached to the alkyl group are called as monohydric alcohol. The alcohol having one hydroxyl group attached to the alkyl group are called as the alcohols having one hydroxyl group attached to the alkyl group are called as monohydric alcohols. If energy of the reactants is less than that of the products, then dash during the reaction heat is gained. If energy of the reactant is less than that of the product, during the reaction heat is gained. Energy of heat is gained. The separation of components of the liquid on basis of their boiling point is called fractional distillation. Add liquid on the basis of their boiling point is called. Which enzyme causes the hydrolysis of fats? Lipase. The element having partially failed D and F orbital transition. The concept of dash gas helps to relate solids and liquid in quantitative manner. The concept of molar volume of the gas helps to relate solid and liquid in quantitative manner. The concept of molar volume of a gas. Ethyl alcohol is a non-polar solvent but can dissolve in water because of formation of H bond. Ethyl alcohol is a non-polar solvent but can dissolve in water because of formation of H bond. Ethyl alcohol is a non-polar solvent but can dissolve in water because of formation of H bond. Ethyl alcohol is a non-polar solvent but can dissolve in water because of formation of H bond. The reaction in which one of the group of a compound is replaced by another group of the atom is called as in which one of the group of the compound is replaced substitution. The densities of the liquid are much higher than gases but lower than solids but closer to solids. SN1 reaction is favored by which of the following reaction? Water. Which one of the following is correct value of resonance energy of benzene? That's so 0.5. Alkynes are soluble in both B and C. A structural formula shows arrangement of atom in a compound. Heat of the solution of the substance whose solubility decrease with increase in temperature. Heat of the solution of the substance whose solubility decrease with increase in temperature. Heat of the solution of the substance whose solubility decrease with the negative. Heat of the solution of the substance is positive whose solubility increase. Heat of the solution. Two cotton plugs soaked in two cotton plugs soaked in two cotton plugs soaked in HCl and NH3 solution are introduced into an open end of the glass tube 1 centimeter long. Which gas travel fast? Ammonia. Which one of the following has more unpaired electron? Chromium. Which one of the following has more unpaired electrons? Chromium. Chromium. A crystal is made up of all of these. A crystal is made up of all of these. A crystal is made up of all of these. The most electropositive element among the following is CS. The most electropositive among the following is CS. CS. There is one lone pair present in H3O positive. It can act as a nucleophile. All the aliphatic carboxylic acid except albumin is water soluble. It is amorphous. All of these. Which element is required to make chlorophyll in leaf? Magnesium. Which is the sum of all the energies present in reaction mixture of a system called as? What is the sum of all the energies present in reaction mixture of a system called as? Sum of all the energies present in a reaction mixture of system called as? What is the internal energies? What is the EMF of ZnCu? Which one of the following is neutral to litmus? Ethanol. Neutral. Which of the following is neutral to litmus? Ethanol. Masses of atoms ranges from 1 across 10 raised to minus 28 kilogram to 10 raised to minus 22 kilogram. Masses of the atom minus 28 kilogram to minus 22 kilogram. Ionization energies of atoms depends upon the factor. Ionization energies of the atom depend upon the factor. All of these. Ionization energies of the atom depends upon the factor. All of these. Ionization energies of the atoms depends upon the factor. All of these. Ionization energies of the depends upon the factor. All of these. Atomic radius, ionic radius, quantum number are set of numerical values which give solution to the equation which gives solution to the equation. Schrödinger. Quantum numbers are the set of numerical values which give solution to the equation. Schrödinger quantum number Schrödinger को देते हैं. Which light is exposed to transition element, then electron jump from lower orbital to higher orbitals is in. When light is exposed to transition element, then electron jump from lower orbitals to higher orbitals in. Both A and B. both A and B, both A and B. Which of the following is Bayer's reagent? Dilute alkaline KMnO4. Dilute alkaline KMnO4. Bayer's reagent. Dilute alkaline KMnO4. KMnO4 carboxylic acid form dimer due to hydrogen bonding. Form dimer due to hydrogen bonding. Which one of the following is an example of nucleophile ammonia? Which one of the following is not a component of HIV? Ribosome. Ribosome. Collium is lined by which of the following? Collium is lined by A and B. Parietal mesoderm or visceral mesoderm. Parietal mesoderm and visceral mesoderm. And visceral mesoderm. And visceral mesoderm. Which one of the following is most likely to occur in a boy during puberty? His shoulder burden. 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 The jelly-like substance inside the plasma membrane in which the cell organelles are floating is cytoplasma. The jelly-like substance inside the plasma membrane in which all cell organelles are floating is cytoplasm. The jelly-like substance inside the plasma membrane in which all cell organelles are floating. The jelly-like substance inside the plasma membrane in which all the cell organelles are floating is the jelly-like substance inside the plasma membrane in which all the cell organelles are floating is the jelly-like substance inside the plasma membrane in which all cell organelles are floating is the jelly-like substance inside the plasma membrane in which all the cell organelles are floating is the jelly-like substance inside the plasma membrane in which all the cell organelles are floating is cytoplasm. This jelly-like substance inside the plasma membrane organelle is cytoplasm.